Ladies and gentlemen, Barry C here with another cryptocurrency video, and we are days away from XRP absolutely skyrocketing. And look, whether we like it or not, it's absolutely tied to Trump finally taking office. Now, here's the thing, ladies and gents, it's not just about bull runs and alt seasons and what's going to happen with what and what kind of crypto, what kind of category, what kind of industry. It's about confidence returning to crypto. And look, since 2016 onwards, in particular with XRP, there's always been FUD. There's always been a reason not to like it. Now, if you combine that with how the bull runs have unfolded, sure, there's been interest in crypto, but there's always been that uncertainty, that negativity, and there's always been this opinion that there's a lot of risk tied to crypto. And that's why I say it's about returning that confidence, because when we look at a project like XRP, for example, we're not just talking about what it can do in an alt season. We want to talk about mass adoption. And we want to talk about XRP being that number one crypto in finance that is utilized by banks and financial institutions on a global scale. And banks and financial institutions aren't going to embrace blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies unless that crypto is tried, tested, there's confidence behind it, it has legal clarity. They're not going to tie themselves to an asset or utilize an asset that could do an FTX or a Luna and have a depegging and suddenly it's worthless, or it could get hacked easily, or the blockchain just stops working. They have to make sure that the crypto that they're utilizing is going to work and it can handle the volume and the transaction load that's expected and anticipated when you're talking about running the world's finance. And look, that's what XRP is absolutely designed to do. And that's what banks and financial institutions have been trialing since 2017. And that's what Ripple has been building and growing and putting in place since 2017 until now. And so when we talk about someone like Trump, now he is very divisive, of course. You have people who like him, people who hate him, people who are indifferent. There's this mixture. There's always a mixture. But he is the first pro-crypto president. And if you look at what he's proposing, you look at the attitude and the energy and the sentiment around crypto with him about to take office, there is this palpable excitement. People are really excited. People are really enthused, especially about cryptocurrency. Now, for those of you who've been in crypto for quite some time, whether it's a couple of months, a year, maybe more, weeks, whatever it is. Let's say you've been in crypto since the last bull run. Then 2020 and 2021 had probably some of the most extreme negativity we've ever seen in crypto. And that was because you had a Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. And that one of the biggest cryptos that ever existed suddenly had this legal uncertainty around it, and it had this real negativity. And you had top-tier exchanges delisting it because everybody was uncertain. And then you look at that and you go, well, how could we possibly utilize XRP in banks and financial institutions and change the way we conduct finance when you have the SEC potentially pursuing a lawsuit? And that damaged XRP. It damaged the crypto industry, because you're not going to come along as, let's say, some of the biggest banks in the world come along and go, oh, we're interested in blockchain technology. And then there's this random lawsuit that admittedly made absolutely no sense. And that's the reason why XRP was ruled on a security, because it was a frivolous, pointless lawsuit. But even going back to 2017 and 2018, for the very reasons that we think XRP is amazing right now, that's the reason why people didn't want to touch it back then. Because once again, the attitude around crypto wasn't a mass adoption. The attitude around crypto back then was, well, we don't want to be part of the normal system. We want something that exists outside the system. And it was all about decentralization and being detached from a typical financial institution. We wanted something else. That was the mindset. And people looked at that and immediately thought illegal stuff, illegal activity. and they didn't understand it. And they didn't understand the potential of a crypto that wanted to exist in the banking and financial space. The only crypto back in 2017 that wanted to follow regulations and legislation so that it could be adopted into banks and financial institutions all around the world. As I said, the very reasons that we love XRP right now and think it's the greatest digital asset ever created, those reasons back in 2017 were the reason why people said it's a banker's coin, don't touch it. And of course, those attitudes changed over the years. But if you can see this pattern evolving and this pattern emerging, it's one of those things where there's always been a reason not to like XRP. And there's always been this type of uncertainty around cryptocurrencies. And there's always been this volatility. But that kind of pattern has gone from being something that's been consistent every bull run, and now that's changed rapidly. And the reasoning behind it, the only thing that's really changed is you now have Trump coming out saying he's pro-crypto. He wants to talk about having Bitcoin reserves and crypto reserves. He wants to incentivize people for utilizing and embracing cryptocurrencies. And that's something entirely new. Like even back in 2016 when Trump was first taking office, there was no discussions about cryptocurrencies. And in the Biden administration, there's absolutely no discussions in a positive way about cryptocurrencies. And here we are. Trump's about to take office. He is inaugurated in less than 36 hours. And the sentiment is not just positive. People are excited that confidence is returning. And this is why I've been saying in my content and my videos lately that it's not just going to be about a bull run and alt season for XRP. It's going to be about that utilization and a utility run. And that's going to happen a lot sooner now than even I anticipated. Because if you've been following my content for quite some time, you know I've been discussing the idea of XRP seeing a proper utility run maybe 5 years, 10 years from now. Because if you want to see not just mass adoption, but actually changing the way we conduct finance, like that is a massive step. A lot of things have to happen. And there's going to be a lot of trial and error before we see that mass adoption. But you need to see that shift in positivity, and you need to see that confidence returning to crypto. And as I stated earlier, whether you like it or not, Trump is going to do it. And you're already seeing that positive, confident shift happen. And what that means is mass adoption could happen a lot sooner than we anticipated. It could easily start kicking off in 2025. And that's also why you've seen me making content talking about XRP absolutely dominating 2025. Because XRP has already led this bull run, and it's absolutely going to lead the way in the remainder of this bull run between now and the end of March, end of April. We are going to see XRP absolutely skyrocket, especially if it's one of the cryptos that Trump is naming when it comes to being tax-free. It incentivizes people to utilize XRP. And if we also see an XRP ETF launched by BlackRock, we start talking not just price discovery mode, it becomes about a double-digit XRP. And it starts becoming about innovation and mass adoption with XRP. And when XRP starts moving, not just in this alt season, but in an actual utility run, when we start seeing that explosive price action, there's no going back. Once we see things moving and start moving rapidly, it's going to get exciting. And I think that all eyes are going to be on the crypto market, and a lot of eyes are going to be on XRP in the next 24 to 36 hours. Things are going to get really exciting and really crazy really quickly. So ladies and gents, be prepared. Have your plans. Be ready to look at the potential profit-taking opportunities. And if you're still on the sideline, not financial advice, but there's not going to be much longer for you to accumulate single-digit XRP, because when things start going crazy, that's when we go into the double digits. And that's just in the alt season. When it comes to utility, we could easily skyrocket up and start seeing a triple-digit XRP. And as I said, there's no coming back from that. But that's a really exciting thing. Now, ladies and gents, as always, none of this is financial advice. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And if you're curious about all the other cryptos I hold outside of XRP, consider becoming a patron. Click the link in the description below, head across to my Patreon page, and consider becoming a Barry C VIP. There you'll have access to all the cryptos I hold, as well as my buy, sell, and take profit signals in real time.